I'm in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad, let up ties in the hearse. I've been on the vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, through that I survived, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit her to the sky, changed haters on a tirade. Talking to their grip in the face, be still, let that hate stuff fade. We all want the same, we all want a meal in the safe. I wanna live like I'm trying to reach enlightenment. Drill spill from my lips, feel big from the bib. Take a sip till I pass out. Try and get grit, but it don't make sense, cause you can lose life on this fast route. Yeah, turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beast with the slap, pin myself on the map. You long with the wind, but we knowing that it's cap. 5-hour flights, couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at. I'm still on the grind, limit time when I chat. I'm burning down sage, keep the demons away. When I write it, give a piece of myself to the page. I don't do it for the praise, love, that's just how I'm made.
Truth in the glass in the mirror.
Yeah.
Do it at me, old man, tryna pass in the fear. You're the first one to talk, but the last one to hear. Eyes blurry, but I couldn't see the ass, and he cleared down. Start to feel like I'm on one. Settle in, I'll be here for the long run. I'm a slave for the cash, got snakes in the grass, no brakes on the ad, but it's all fun. We done seen it all, heard it all. Heard enough, give me space before I murder y'all. 10 bad bitches here, I'ma curve them all. 12 missed calls, and I still made a curtain call. Here to light it up, lighten up.
Everyone, it's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be doing a comparison for the Serious Player Only Player 1 versus the Serious Player Only Game 1. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with the traction on the Game 1 here on the left, you do have this multi-directional herringbone traction pattern. It is very tight at the toe, and then as you go down to the midfoot and the heel, it does spread out quite a bit. It is very aggressive. The rubber compound is very firm, very dense. So you are going to be able to bring these on basically any court condition, indoors or outdoors. These will have you covered. Forward movements, lateral movements, these grip the floor very well. Even if there's dust, it just bites through it. I will say there is no feedback as far as the overall sound goes, so you're not going to get any of that. And overall, the rubber compound does seem to be holding up. I wouldn't say it's top tier, but it's just under top tier for traction. And then on the Player 1 Plus, you do have this multi-directional kind of zigzagged herringbone traction pattern as well. It kind of spirals through the outsole right here. And this traction pattern is elite. It's amazing on any indoor surface. It does not matter whether it's clean or dirty. This traction does wonders basically on any floor as far as indoor surfaces go. Outdoors, it is a little bit shallow, so I don't know if I'd bring these outdoors, but as far as the indoors traction pattern goes on the Player 1 Plus, this is tried and true. I've had no issues on super dirty 24 floors or the clean of the cleanest university floors. So as far as the traction goes, compared from the Game 1 to the Player 1 Plus, I'm gonna have to give the slight edge to the Player 1 Plus. It has just a little bit better feedback and overall bite, but if you play on all surfaces, indoors, outdoors, I would say get the Game 1 because this is gonna last you a lot longer than the Player 1 goes. So as far as the cushioning goes on the Player 1 Plus, you are getting a drop in midsole. As you can see, this has a blue one dropped in the shoe already. On the outside, you're just getting a standard outsole that does wrap up to the upper. Nothing else on the Player 1 Plus. On the Game 1, you actually are getting an EVA midsole on the outside. It is pretty low profile. It's basically just a Phylon foam here on the outside of the Game 1. And then both shoes are equipped with drop-in midsoles. So I did mention that already right here on the Player 1 Plus. As far as the drop-in midsoles that you're getting with both of these shoes, the Game 1 right here is equipped with the quick drop-in midsole. This is basically a full-length Phylon midsole. They do call it Evanlon Light. And as you can see here, it's just completely Phylon. It does have some decent impact protection here, but it's nothing overly special. I do think it's adequate having this and then the foam on the outside though. But the Player One Plus does come with their strength drop-in midsole. So again, it is that Evenlon. It's basically the same thing with that Phylon material here, but it does come equipped with some extra crash pads here at the heel and at the forefoot. They do call this White Stuff Popcon. It does remind me of Boost. It's very plush underfoot. And then you have this extra kind of blue foam here under some targeted points at your forefoot and your heel. So you are getting some extra impact protection here on the strength drop-in midsole. Now these come with 2 sets. You're also going to get the quick set right here. So you're getting both of them. So if you like a bit of a more low profile cushioning drop-in midsole, I would say go with this. If you want more impact protection, I would say go with the strength. Now you can purchase this guy right here, the support drop-in midsole. You're basically getting everything the same in the strength, but on the support, you do have this support plate here that does offer some more lateral containment and just overall rigidity within this drop-in midsole. So I would have to give the slight edge to the Player One Plus because they do come with the strength drop-in midsole, but I do think for most players, the Game One will be adequate with the quick setup. It just depends on your play style, kind of your weight. I'm about 210 pounds and I do find I do like this one just a little bit better. So if I had to give the slight edge to one shoe over the other, I would have to give it to the Player One Plus. As far as the fit goes on both of these shoes, I did go with a size 11 in both of them. The Player One Plus is a very snug 1-to-1 fit, but in the Player One Plus, I do have a little bit of room right here at the end of the shoe. So I do have a little bit of wiggle room for my big toe. As far as the width goes, it is pretty snug. I don't have a wide foot, more or less a regular foot, and I found that the fit on the Player One Plus was absolutely amazing. Now on the Game One, it is a lot snugger. Again, I went with size 11, but my toe is touching the end of the shoe. The width, again, it's very snug. You have those sidewalls from the drop-in midsoles coupled with this material. It just makes for a very, and I mean very, like straight jacket-like fit on the Game One. So I would just mention that if you want a little bit of wiggle room, I would say go up half a size. But for me, I went with a size 11 and I enjoyed the fit, but it was just very, very snug. So as far as the fit goes, I would have to say it's a tie. I enjoyed both of them and I really enjoyed the secure containment of both of these basketball shoes. So as far as the fit goes, I would have to say it's a tie between the Game One and the Player One Plus. One last thing I did forget to mention about both of these shoes as far as the fit goes, I did have some slight heel slippage here in the Game One. Now how I fixed that after they broke in is I did skip the second last eyelet and I went right to the last one right here, cranked the laces down, and that heel slip did go away after about the first hour of playing in these. I never had any heel slip in the Player One Plus. I did just want to mention that a little bit of heel slip that did go away with adjusting the laces on the Game One. As far as the materials go on the Game One versus the Player One Plus, for the Game One, you are getting this mesh material with some TPU strands running through it. It's very strong, very breathable, and pretty lightweight as far as an upper goes. You also have this fused toe rand right here for some extra durability and support at the toe box. And then you have some nice synthetic nubuck hits on the eye stay. So overall, I'm really liking the materials on the Game One. Now the Player One Plus more or less has a similar material. They are calling it Nerve Knit. It's just a lot thinner. It's very supportive still, very pliable to your foot, but it's just a lot thinner of an upper, very breathable as well. I really enjoy this upper on this shoe here. It's more for my play style, being a shooter and slasher. It's just a very lightweight material. At the back of the shoe, you do have some raw, kind of synthetic leather or nubuck material here in the orange, and then some more leather material on the blue portions at the back. So I do like that they're using some raw materials at the back of the shoe and then some newer stuff at the front with the fuse eye stay here and at the toe box on these as well. So overall, just a very good choice of materials on the Player One Plus. I do like what they have on the Game One. I would say actually if you're a bigger player or you need some more support in an upper in your basketball shoe, I would say the Game One is a little bit more fitting for your play style. For me and my playstyle though, I do like a very lightweight upper. So I would have to say the materials on the Player One Plus does get the slight edge. As far as the weight goes on both of these shoes right here, they are both a US size 11. I will reset the scale right here. So a size 11 in the Player One Plus comes in at 14.55 ounces. And on the Game One, a US size 11 comes in at 15.4, so just a little bit heavier on the Game One. So again, the slight edge is going to go to the Player One Plus, but overall both of these shoes do not feel heavy on foot in a US size 11. As far as the support goes on the Player One Plus, starting at the back of the shoe, you do have an internal TPU heel counter and this external plate. This shoe locks your foot in at the back of the shoe, just keeps it really sturdy and very supported at the back of the Player One Plus. Moving your way down from that, you do have this very supportive nerve knit material with these kind of like flywire strands running through the upper. It's very thin, but very supportive as far as the materials go. Moving your way down from that, you do have this little TPU plate right here. So on those hard lateral cuts, that drop in midsole is housing your foot in the midsole, and then you also have that TPU plate right here that's really acting as kind of a guardrail for your foot, preventing your foot from spilling over the side of the basketball shoe. Moving your way to the bottom, it is a very wide and stable base right here at the forefoot, and then you do have a carbon fiber shank plate for some extra torsional rigidity. So as you can see right here, it has a ton of support in the midfoot. The forefoot still has a bit of flex, so that's definitely nice. So this is a very supportive low top basketball shoe. But I do have to say that this is probably the most supportive low top basketball shoe. So you do have this very thick, very sturdy external TPU heel counter on the Game Ones. Moving your way down from that, you do have this very strong, very sturdy material. It is pliable to your foot, but on those hard lateral cuts, it is going to house your foot within this shoe. Fantastic. Moving your way down from the upper, you do have this plastic kind of wing TPU plate. And again, coupled with the drop in midsole housing your foot already, this plate right here is going to prevent your foot from spilling over the side of the shoe on those hard lateral cuts. Moving your way down from that, you do have this outrigger right here, so it's going to prevent your foot from teetering over. I did forget to mention that here on the Player One Plus, but this also has an outrigger on the Player One Plus. Other than that, this shoe is very wide and very stable in the forefoot, coupled with that carbon fiber shank plate offering some great torsional rigidity right here on the Game One. So overall, this shoe right here is built for a big man, but kind of in a small man's package with the low top basketball shoe here with the drop in midsole. It's kind of built for the bigs, but the smaller players can wear it as well. You still do have that forefoot flex, which is very nice within a basketball shoe. So overall, the support of this shoe right here gets an absolute 10 out of 10. I would have to give the edge to the Game One as far as the support goes. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's comparison from the Game. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's video on the comparison of the Player One Plus versus the Game One. This shoe right here is still my favorite basketball shoe of 2023 so far. There are a few other shoes that are coming out later in the year that I will be trying, but this shoe right here, as far as the overall aesthetics and performance goes, they are my favorite to date. Now the Game One is no slouch. I do like the aesthetics of this shoe as well, but there are a few features that I do prefer in the Player One. One thing I do like about this shoe as well, more than the Player One, is the price point. So these come in at $138 USD. You do just get the one drop in midsole, but you can purchase the other ones on their website for $40. So I do think the price point of this very supportive, kind of all-terrain basketball shoe is a great price at $138. The price of the Player One Plus does come in at $180 USD. I think the price is justified with the two drop in midsoles and just the overall package that you're getting here. If you played in a lot of Kobe models from the past, I think you guys will really enjoy this shoe right here. But overall, I think these are two fantastic basketball shoes that Serious Player Only has released here in 2023. If you haven't tried them out yet, I do recommend it. Branch out, try something different. I just wanted to try something different from a new and upcoming brand, and both of these shoes did not disappoint. So like I said, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, if you guys can like, comment, and subscribe, that does help the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram over at Sneaker Tech Talk, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.